That's right. We have an emergency. We are interrupting our regularly scheduled 10 minutes on Tuesday message, which is typically for those of us in early care and education, teachers, leaders. Today's message, I want you to go get your parents. If you are in early care and education, I want you to share this message with your families because this message is for the village. Come on in. Let's set the timer for 10 minutes. All right, the timer is set for 10 minutes. And I'm going to try to do this video without tears. Families, we have some work to do. In classrooms around the country, educators are talking about how they cannot work with our children because of disciplinary problems. Our children are coming in the classroom not knowing how to work together. They're coming into classrooms not knowing how to sit and focus. They're coming in classrooms using profanity, physical aggression, verbal aggression. And you may say, Nefertiti, why did you call the parents together for this session? Isn't that the responsibility of the classroom? Now, first of all, let's remember my message is typically for those of us in early care and education. If you've happened to get a hold of this video, maybe that wasn't by accident, and there is something you can take away from it. My name is Dr. Nefertiti Pointer. This is 10 Minutes on Tuesday, and we're doing something a little different today. I began my career as a preschool and kindergarten teacher in Philadelphia. I always believe the old African proverb that says, it takes a village to raise a child. Yes, I love it. But being a teacher for over 30 years now and an advanced age mom and grandmom and bonus grandmom, like I know that it doesn't just take a village to raise children, but it takes a healthy village to raise children. And in the little bit of time that I have left, exactly 8 minutes and 8 seconds now, the village that's at the home front, we need to step up to the plate and do our part. Now, I'm not saying that every teacher that your child is going to interact with has got it all together. They absolutely don't, because guess what? We don't always have it together either. But we have to make sure we are teaching the skills we want our children to carry into schools and even into their adult life. Today, I'm recording this message in the month of November, which means shortly coming after November, there's going to be bells and whistles and gifts and things that are going to be brought and torn up and broken and not played with in just about 5 minutes. You know, they're going to play with the box more than they play with that thing you spent half your paycheck on. I understand, I understand, but that's why we're here together. Today, I want to introduce you to something that I hope will carry you not just through the holidays, but moving forward. It's called the Five Love Languages. Are you familiar with the work of Dr. Gary Chapman and his five love languages? Well, let me tell you a little bit about what this all looks like. Dr. Chapman says we all receive love, but we all have a little bit of a tendency toward a particular area of love, and I want to introduce those to you. The first thing that Dr. Chapman says is that some of us appreciate physical touch as a love language. That's one area. Then there is the area of receiving gifts. Some of us feel loved when somebody gives us a gift. And then some of us have a tendency to really like to hear people say good things about us. If that's your child, or you, because guess what? You have a love language too. Make sure you read all the notes down in the section, the comment section, so that I can give you more details from the show. Words of affirmation. That's the love language that your child appreciates when they love to hear you say great things about them and the things that they are doing. Acts of service is another area of love language. When a child appreciates active service, whatever you do to make their world and life easier, That's a love language of acts of service. And then there is quality time. When your child just loves to be with you, you know, you may call your child your mini me because it doesn't matter where you're going, your child wants to be with you. That love language is called quality time. So let me go back and let me make it really plain for us, okay? And I know I've only got a little bit of time left, but I also have my notes down here because this is so important to me. I didn't want to miss it. Because guess what? When we start loving our children in their love language, now listen to me. Love languages are going to change from day to day sometimes. Wink, wink. Love changes, love languages can change depending upon the person. So I just want you to let this video be a start of your investigation into this idea of love languages. So let's go back and make sure we're all on the same page. First love language area, is called words of affirmation. When your child, what you'll see if your child's love language is words of affirmation, they light up. I mean, they just get giddy when you say, come here, come here. I got something to tell you. You are, you're like amazing. You're amazing. You didn't say a whole lot, but you came over. You had a rich smile on your face as you did it. You said it not just from your mouth, but your heart. That's called words of affirmation. And if your child lights up when you do that, that might mean that your child's love language is words of affirmation. Acts of service. Anything that you do to make your child's life a little bit easier. So, for example, maybe homework has been a struggle. We need to have a whole video series about getting through fifth grade homework. Comment down below if you understand. Okay, hurry up. Back to the show. If you say to your child, "Oh my gosh, look at this room. You want some help? You want me to help you clean it up?" Now, if they look at you like, "Yes, please, thank you. How much can you? How long will you stay? Will you do it again next week?" If they light up when you do that, if they enjoy doing things where you help lighten their load, that may mean your child's love language is acts of service. Receiving gifts. Now, I know the holidays are coming up and you say, Nefertiti, doesn't everybody like a gift? Maybe, maybe. But your child's love language might be receiving gifts when they keep everything that anybody has ever given them. So one day grandma pulled a piece of rock from somewhere and brought it back. This child can tell you about the rock, who gave them the rock, why the rock is important, where they're keeping it in their safe space in their room. Like they can tell you all of that on peeking at the clock. I got 2 minutes. Okay, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. Okay. Receiving gifts. If it's not about the gift, it's about the gift giver and all that comes with it. Quality time, I told you, that's your mini me. They just love being with you. And physical touch, they love to hold your hand. They love to be close to you. You be like, you're in my personal space, but they love to be all up in your personal space. All right. So in my last little bit of time, here's what I want to do. I want you to download this holiday guide. I've been working on this for months now, and I'm so glad that I can have it available for you right now. It will give you a reminder of everything I've said in this video. But one of the things that I really want you to make sure you do, if you can get your hands on it, is I want you to play a game of Would You Rather with your child. So there inside of the principle, there's something called Would You Rather. If your child is about, I would say you can start this as early as like preschool. Play a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather, and then circle their answer. If your child can read, give this to them and then have them play a game of Would You Rather. What I did was I put something together for you that can help you gauge your child's love language. Just a few questions that can help you get a tiny bit closer to what their love language may be. Maybe you can answer all the questions without needing them, but maybe you need their help. Either way, check out the Would You Rather game. And then spend some time creating a shopping list of ways you're going to love your child more intentionally, more specifically, to what they need and want, at least right now in their life. And Nefertiti, why'd you begin talking about the house and the home and the village? Because a lot of children are just looking for anchors when they get in the classroom. People to love on them, people to tell them they're special, people to treat them in kind ways. And you may say, Nefertiti, we do a lot of that at home. I know. But I want you to look at this. I put this on my LinkedIn page several months ago, and it garnered a whole lot of conversation, a whole lot of shares, a whole lot of repostings, which I'm happy for. But I want to bring it to you today so we can take this in and be reminded that it doesn't just take a village to raise a child, but it takes a healthy village. And this season, I'm going to give my child one of the best gifts I could ever give them, and that is to love them in according to their love language. Go ahead and drop some comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. If this felt good to you to hear, share it with somebody else. Stay here at this channel so we can get better at getting better, because I don't just think it takes a village to raise children. I think it takes a healthy village. And if you will allow me, it would be a pleasure for us to continue to do this together. My name is Dr. Nefertiti Pointer. Happy holidays. And next Tuesday, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled topics. Talk to you soon.